Lesson 6: Formulas and Functions in Excel. This chapter covers formula, understanding basic formula, understanding compound formula, copying the formula, using ranges in formula, cell references, functions in Excel. Formula. To do calculations in MS Excel, formulas are used. Formulas assist to establish a relationship between two or more cells. Guidelines for writing a formula. Before entering a mathematical formula, the formula is preceded always with an equal sign. The equal sign signifies that this cell entry is not a value but a formula. A formula can incorporate numeric, text values, operators, and cell references. Formulas are calculated from left to right as per the particular order for every operation in the formulas. This can be converted with the help of parentheses. Formula are not case sensitive. Always remember, Excel formulas start with the equal sign rather than ending with it. The formula is basically made up of the following. Value, any text or numeric such as computers, 2331. Cell address. To reference the location of stored data such as C1, A2. Operator. These operators do basic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Function name. The name of any predefined formula such as average, sum. Parentheses. These are used to control the left to right order of the precedence of operators. For example, is equal to multiplied B3 minus 5 multiplied B4 can be written as B3 minus B4 multiplied 5. Understanding basic formulas. Example 1. Type the given below data in Excel sheet. Step 1. Click on E2 cell to calculate the total marks of Monica. Step 2. Type the following formula in B9 cell is equal to B2 plus C2 plus D2. Step 3. And press Enter key. Step 4. Excel adds cell B2 to cell D2 and displays the output in cell E2. The formula displays in the formula bar. Copying formula to the neighboring cells. An easy way of copying a formula to a range of neighboring cells is as follows. Select the cell containing the formula. Step 1. Click the fill handle and drag it over the range to be filled, that is E3 to E8. Step 2. The formula is pasted to all the cells. Understanding compound formula. Compound formula means when we use more than one operators. Let's go through an example. To calculate percentage. Step 1. Click on the cell F2 and type equal to. Step 2. Click on the cell E2. The cell address E2 comes up in the cell F2. Step 3. Type /300 multiplied 100 and press the Enter key. The cell F2 displays the percentage of Monica's marks. Copying the formula. To copy the formula, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select cell F2. Step 2. Click Copy in the Home tab. Step 3. Select the cells where you need to paste the formula, that is F3 to F8. Step 4. Click Paste. The formula gets pasted in the cells which now display the calculated values. Using ranges in formula. Step 1. Start your formula by clicking in the cell you desire the formula to go in. Step 2. Type an equal sign. Step 3. Use the following syntax to refer to a range of cells in a single column. B2 colon B8. This shows cell B2 through cell B8. Add a formula for summing a column of cells, for example, is equal to sum B2 colon B8. Step 4. Press Enter to finalize the formula. Facts to learn. To copy the formula from the above cell, press Ctrl+*. Cell references. Cell references are the fundamental building blocks of the formulas and functions we use in Excel. You will notice that every column of a spreadsheet is assigned a letter and every row of spreadsheet is assigned a number. Every cell in a spreadsheet can be identified uniquely by referring to the column letter and row number that the cell is in. Relative reference. When cell references are used in formulas, Excel will calculate the answer with the help of data located in the referenced cells. If that data is changed later, Excel will automatically recalculate the formula and update the answer. Example. While copying cells with its formulas, any cell references will be converted in relation to its new position. For example, the formula is equal to sum C4:C7 in cell C9 has been copied along to cells D9:H9. As the formula was copied to the right, the cells it referred to, that is C4:C7, also moved to the right, becoming D4:D7, E4:E7, and so on. This kind of reference is called a relative cell reference because the cells moved in relation to our movement. Absolute cell reference. Sometimes you need to fix the cells. This kind of cell reference is called an absolute cell reference. Absolute cell references can be recognized by dollar symbols within the cell reference, example $B, $5. In the shown example, cell D3 has the formula is equal to C3 multiplied D1. When the formula is copied down to cells D4:D7, we do not desire for cell D1 to move. To fix cell D1, we shall make it absolute. You can make a cell reference absolute in one of two ways. Type dollar symbols before the column letter and row number. Select the cell reference in the formula bar and press F4. Now, when the formula is copied, cell C3 moves because it is a relative cell reference, while cell D1 remains fixed as it is an absolute cell. Mixed cell reference. There are mixed references also. Mixed references are made when only the column or row is fixed. For example, $B5 is a mixed reference with the column absolute and the row relative, and $5 consists of the column relative and the row as an absolute reference. You can make a mixed reference by either pressing the F4 key or typing the $ in the appropriate position. The F4 key will toggle between the relative, absolute, mixed row, and mixed column options. Functions in Excel. So far, we have been using formulas to perform calculations in Excel. To enable us to work faster and quicker, MS Excel provides us with some ready-made formulas known as functions. These functions are built in with the Excel software and can be used whenever needed. Here are some generally used functions in MS Excel. Sum. This function adds all the numbers in a range of cells. Example, sum A1, A2 till A10. Average. This function calculates the average of all the numbers in a range of cells. Example, average A1, A2 till A10. Product. This function calculates the product of all the numbers in the range. Example, product A1, A2, A10. Maximum. This function returns the biggest value in a set of numbers. Example, maximum A1, A2 till A10. Minimum. This function returns the minimum value in a set of numbers. Example, minimum A1, A2 till A10. The cell will show the average amount of collection for the months February and March. Count. This function counts the number of values in the range. Always remember, the sum function adds all the numbers that you specify as arguments. Each argument can be a range, a cell reference, an array, a constant, a formula, or the result from another function. Example: to calculate the average amount gathered every month by all the classes, go to cell A8, enter the text average amount gathered. Go to cell B8, enter the formula is equal to average B3 colon B7 and press enter key. The average money gathered for the month of January is displayed. Copy the formula to the range of cells C8 till DA to find the minimum amount gathered by a class in January. Go to cell A10 and enter the text minimum amount gathered in January. Go to cell B10. Enter the formula is equal to minimum B3 colon B7 and press enter. The minimum amount gathered by a class in January is displayed. Summary: MS Excel is known as an electronic spreadsheet. A file in Excel is known as workbook, and a workbook is made of a number of worksheets. The intersection of a column and a row is known as a cell. The currently selected cell is called the active cell. A group of continuous cells which have been selected is known as a range of cells. Fill handle is called a small black square in the bottom right corner of the active cell. Data in Excel are text, numeric values, date, formula, etc. Formulas in Excel always start with an equal sign. The sum adds all the values in a range of cells. The average calculates the average of all the values in a range of cells. The product function calculates the product of all the values in the range of cells. The maximum calculates the maximum value in a range of cells. The minimum calculates the minimum value in a range of cells. The count counts the number of values in the range.